Texas Tech quarterback Brendan Sorsby could play football in the fall, even though his own school admitted he has a gambling problem. Lori Tucker brought in WATE legal analyst Greg Isaacs to understand a judge's decision, clearing the way.
Greg, glad you're here.
Lori, it's good to be here.
Brendan Sorsby's attorney says he never bet on a game in which he played, and what's going on with his client is an addiction, a mental health issue. So how does this get around the fundamental concern, Greg, about the integrity of the game?
It shows how the courtroom is changing the landscape of collegiate sports, and it's interesting. Let's talk about this little gambling addiction,
which is not so little,
and mental health blip.
Yeah.
9,000 bets while he played at Indiana and the University of Cincinnati.
$90,000.
And $90,000. Yeah. Gambling is the unpardonable, unforgivable sin for collegiate sports and for professional sports. But nevertheless, Texas Tech chose to not listen to the NCAA, who said he couldn't play, ran to the courtroom, and a Texas judge granted a permanent injunction, and he's going to be on the field.
People are irate about this in the sports world, from, I would imagine, his teammates to other teams. What's going to happen from here?
Let's talk about it. And it started, I think, with NIL, when players that weren't happy wanted to extend their eligibility, ran to the courtroom. You know, we've had Trinidad Chambliss, we've had Xavier Lucas, we had Joey Aguilar, but now this is just the most extreme case, which could be the straw that breaks the camel's back for the NCAA. It's kind of like having a homeowners association and you have a neighbor that plays loud music and they don't have the power to stop him. So gambling. So what they did, they went to court, said two things. One, he has a gambling addiction, some mental health issues. Second, that he would suffer irreparable harm, that he would not be able to play this season, and that his prospective prospects in the draft would be greatly diminished, thereby creating economic harm. And lo and behold, the judge bought it. So now other universities, other conferences, the Big Ten, SEC, are outraged. And here's what's very interesting. So when he played at Cincinnati in the 2024 year, suddenly Cincinnati lost 5 games in a row. There was a lot of mysterious fumbles, a lot of mysterious interceptions, and the final score was always close to the point spread, the over-under.
So what are you saying here, and can it be proven?
I'm saying that the judge has let Sorsby back on the playing field, and the universities that are going to be his opponents are not happy.
Okay, really quickly, we're almost out of time. The NCAA filed an appeal. A trial date is set for what, February? So he's still going to get to play.
So look at this. You have Trinidad Chambliss wins an injunction, he's on the field.
Yeah.
You have Sorsby who wins, but here's what's happening. So the NCAA appeals, but the trial date is going to be after the season. So regardless, win or lose, he wins. And people talk about the empathy and sympathy for Sorsby and a gambling addiction. $90,000, and I bet he's not going to get back his NIL money. Texas Tech should be ashamed, and I think the NCAA is going to be in trouble because they can't enforce their own rules.
All right, Greg, thank you.
Thanks, guys. And if you have a legal question, send it to AskIsaacs@WATE.com. Remember, we talk with Greg every Wednesday at 5:30 right here on Channel 6. For a deeper conversation with VFL Todd Kelly Jr., you can watch right now on our free WATE 6 Plus app.